Well, a snowy, blustery day. They did say snowfall warning for today, but who knows what that means. But winter boots engaged. It's about minus 17, but with the wind it feels like minus 28. So let's do a little lunchtime walk. You would know it's lunchtime based on how dark it is right now, but that's winter. We're Canadian. We should be used to it by now. Well, I hope I don't run into that coyote again. He seemed pretty small. I think I could take him. I got a pocket knife, right? I've heard people fighting off cougars with a pocket knife, so I feel pretty confident. It does look like we've gotten 4 or 5 centimeters, so we might be in for 10 or 15 today if it keeps snowing like this all day. These aren't the big Christmassy snowfall flakes either. This is like wind-pelted ice crystals. This half duplex has been for sale for way too long for this neighborhood. I think it's been on the market like 70 or 80 days. I don't know if that's a sign if it's overpriced or it doesn't show very well or there's problems with it. Who knows? But there it sits. Maybe somebody has to get a certain amount out of the house to leave, but then you're just wasting a realtor's time. Not that they do very much as far as I'm concerned. Someone's kind enough to keep this path cleared. I don't know if you can tell in the camera or not, but it's starting to drift over with the wind and the snow. But it certainly makes it easier for me anyways to traverse over to the acreages that are behind my house. I love that sound of boots crunching on fresh snow. Same with cars driving on a gravel road at a slow speed, that crunchy sound. Get into this treed area and it's very comfortable to walk. Some of these trees are huge too. This acreage area is probably 50, 60 years old, so I assume these trees were planted here back then. Still hanging in there. You don't see trees like that around here very much. We mostly have those spindly pine trees out in the wild, but these spruce trees are very nice. Another acreage for sale. 3 acres. I think they're looking for 1.5 million. One thing they have to remember out here, there's no sewer or water. They've never extended the city services into this area since it was built. So you're on a cistern, because I don't think they allow wells, and a septic tank. Hey look, free garbage. I should take his sign. It's a good hunk of plywood. He said it was free. There was a fire at that house about a month ago. Fire trucks were there. House looks standing. Maybe they just had a, fireplace or chimney fire or something. I could smell it from my house, which is about 1.5 kilometers away. Just smelled like somebody had a campfire going. So maybe it got away on them. It's not the way to start out first thing in the morning, because it was like 7 in the morning. The only time I've had firemen come to my house is due to my cooking. Christmas Day I was cooking some casserole or something and it spilled over and hit the burner and caused a bunch of smoke. And we have a alarm system that also is attached to smoke detector. And sure enough, they don't wait on that. They send the fire department right away. Poor bastards on Christmas morning. Of course, my wife goes into hiding. I said, boo-hoo on you. They sent out the firemen from the calendar and you missed it. I don't know if they have the young guys working the morning shift because of the older guys have kids or something, or however it works out. But there they were, these young, handsome firemen. And she didn't come down to greet them. I guess she didn't have her face on yet, so between her and my daughter, they missed out on a bunch of hunky men. I got to enjoy it though. However, it's unfortunate I caused a whole fire hall to empty on Christmas morning just because of my failed cooking attempts. Especially when there's other people who could really need it or really use it. Breaking new trail here. I'm surprised they don't maintain the sidewalk around the school. Hasn't been plowed or shoveled since the first snowfall. We'll have to go all Karen and start phoning people about that. You know, rules is rules. I am sweating. Tough work breaking new ground mostly on top of this new snow. Let's just silently walk together. On this route, I always like to take this back alley. It's much quieter. But with the snow, lots of hidden surprises. I'm not quite sure where the ruts are. So hopefully you won't see me flat on my back. Sidewalk's already covered up in snow. My neighbor was nice enough to clear it for me. Okay, Google says I did 3.8 kilometers, which is not a full walk for the day, so I may have to follow up tonight. I am probably going to have to shovel 1 or 2 times here. So we'll see. So I'll close this one anyways and say that's it for this one. But there might be a part 2. Well, I got the driveway shoveled once today. So I thought I'd finish off my walk with going to the ever-exciting grocery store. That wind is still pretty brutal. Sitting at minus 20 right now. I think we got about 10 centimeters of snow, I think. Saw a guy using a snowblower with a cord on it. Power cord. I don't think they made those since the 90s, did they? Everything's battery operated now, or gas. Well, at least he's got a snowblower, I guess. I've never bothered investing in one. It was only maybe once or twice a year that it'd be nice to have one. Then you're storing the stupid thing. And it's just as good an exercise to shovel. And if it gets deep, just take small shovels at a time. We don't get that heavy wet snow either like they do in BC or down east. Ours is pretty dry. So it's relatively light, in air quotes. This slogging through snow reminds me of elementary school. We had a long way to walk to school for 6 or 7 year olds, and always plowing through snow. And usually walking to or from school. At that age I would have been missing a mitten or not had proper shoes on or whatever. So sometimes when I go out walking, I'm still in the same situation where I'm not properly prepared. So groceries acquired. Tonight I'm going to try and make a fairly simple meal of pepper steak, which is basically strips of steak in sauce with peppers in it. Pretty self-explanatory in the title, eh? Well, at least it stopped snowing for now. Now it's just cold. But by Monday it's supposed to be +3 again. I really don't like these yo-yoing temperatures. It just makes a mess of everything. And back to my rambling about walking to school and home as a little kid. One of the best things to do when we got home would be to sit on the heat register and warm up your toesies, because usually they were icy cold. And then catch hell for my mother for losing yet another mitten or two. That reminiscing made a tear fall from my left eye. Actually not, it's the freezing wind blowing in my face. Makes my eye leak. And then it freezes on my face. Google sucks sometimes when it's calculating distance. I know this morning I did 3.8 kilometers. And walking to the grocery store is basically 1 kilometer there, well, 900 meters there, 900 meters back, so that's 1.8 kilometers. So got over my 5 kilometers today, and plus I shoveled once, including the neighbor's sidewalks for 3 houses, so that's pretty good. May have to shovel tonight again a bit. I should shovel off my deck, so that'll be plenty of exercise today. So, till the next one.